Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Okavango, River of Dreams. This is a confusing bit right here because it's a 2020 film, yet it's a 2019 series. If you look it up on IMDb, uh, it says it's a three-part um, series of episodes that basically I think that's probably also made by National Geographic, or it's made by a company that then National Geographic compiled into a film. So don't expect this to be a series. This is a 1 hour and 34-minute film. It says it's from 2020, and it also, if you look at IMDb, it says F. Murray Abraham even does some of the narration. Like three different guys do the narration. Not the case, because I didn't hear F. Murray Abraham at all in this. It's one guy. I'm not even sure who it is, but yeah, he's narrating the entire thing, and yes, confusion reigns. But what we're clear on is the fact that yes, once again, we have a documentary that gives us a look at the gorgeous, beautiful uh, world of the Okavango River, and in the southern Africa, in Botswana, and it's except for documentary teams, it seems, for the most part, this part of the world is untouched. Is hopefully as much as you can hope. Yeah, I'm sure man has encroached in some ways, but what you see in this thing is not a single human being at all. You see the animals as they live their lives, as the waters flood and recede, and how it changes their environment. Everything from the tiniest bug to the most ginormous elephant. It shows how they all interact, and this one seems to have more of a rock star edge to it rather than somebody with a British accent telling you about how the ecology and how this works this way, and it's not any kind of dry documentarian type of style. Well, I say rock and roll because literally the title music. I dare you to find another documentary about Africa that starts and ends with Marilyn Manson's cover of the Eurythmics' "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This." Sweet dreams are made of these. Yeah, seriously, but it's. I mean, again, to say it's beautifully shot is redundant. You could take the worst camera you have, point it at the Okavango, and see an animal, and it would still be stunningly gorgeous because that's just what this world is. Uh, but yeah, they take a lot of time. I think they got an award for best editing somewhere, and it's they use every camera trick in the book, whether it's slow mo or fisheye lens. They do a lot of slow mo, by the way. Drone shots. They use every mechanic in the book, and then of course during the title sequence, they layer in all these different silhouettes and colors, and it's a Adobe Premiere fantasy right there. And so yeah, they cut it all together, and or Final Cut or whatever you want to use to put it together. Yeah, so yeah, they make this as sexy as they can make it, as they talk about is it a lion mother? At first, they seem to be covering a lion mother, and then they deal with a leopard mother with cubs. Yeah, either way, it's. I think this is again. It's was meant to be a 3 episode thing. Then it was stitched together into a full movie. Early on, we see a lioness get injured in a fight, and she's got to do whatever she can to survive. Her pack has left her left her for dead, and yet she is struggling to stay alive, just even after probably weeks of recuperation. And she's taking care of two cubs at the same time. It is, just they should be dead at this point, because there's nothing about this, as peaceful and beautiful as it is. There's nothing that is merciful in this world. It's You're going to be killing or be killed in this situation, in this beautiful, gorgeous land. It could be the crocodiles. It could be it, the birds, the crocodiles, the bugs, the elephants, the hippos, everything. And there's giraffe too. And by the way, there is a giraffe carcass at one point that is just a tad upsetting. It's not a mocked up like triceratops in Jurassic Park. It is real, and uh, it's a free meal to the leopard mom who wants to feed her kids until the hyenas show up. So there's lots of conflicts. There's lots of sexy shots of animals killing each other. There's some that are slightly upsetting where a male lion, full mane, just massive creature, is playing with his food, which is a tiny baby warthog. And the baby warthog's job is he's doing his best to stand up to him. He's just, yeah, come on, get me, come and get me. His job in this greater scheme of things is to make sure his siblings live. He doesn't realize that, I'm sure, because he's a warthog and he is a child. He just knows that he's facing down a lion, making the biggest squeal he can, and the lion's just like, you're cute, man, you're gonna taste delicious. The angrier you get. And the narrator makes that clear that what mom says, mom has as many piglets as possible, and or borlets, but anyway, wild boars, has as many as possible because she knows pretty much half of them are going to be sacrificing their lives to make sure the other half survive. It's just that brutal. And this isn't gory by any means. It's not it's not overly bloody or anything else. They don't focus on that, and even when the lion finally does take the pig in its mouth, the wild boar piglet in his mouth, there's not just like a spray of blood everywhere. It's you can see he's bloodied, but it's not like they play that up. Again, still the weirdest thing is Marilyn Manson. Just everything else you can kind of expect. They state this in the very beginning. This is like a love letter to this river, to this area of the world, because they love it so much, and it gives. I keep saying beautiful. It's so many stunning, astonishing shots. There's I'm sure they use special camera tricks for this, but the little silhouette of the leopard cub in a tree as the stars float by, all that kind of stuff you can do with effects. But they really make this as not standard by the book documentary as possible. You might learn some stuff, and you might see some things that you've seen in dozens of other documentaries, but especially of this one. I exaggerate that there's been like a dozen Okavango documentaries of Disney Plus, but we've seen all of them now. There's at least 2 or 3, or at least some that reference them, even though they might focus on lions or they focus on elephants or something. Eventually, everybody ends up at the Okavango because it's such a humongously important area, and it shows just how the world works without man. It's beautiful and terrifying at the same time. So hopefully I've said beautiful enough times. But yeah, it's something, if you're into this kind of thing, but you're not really into documentaries. Honestly, this could look amazing just with the sound off, and you just put it on the TV. The shots are stunning, so yeah, give it a shot. But yeah, if you're not into documentaries, this is not going to necessarily change your mind. But I do encourage you, if you're going to do anything, watch enough of it just to get to the point where they get to the title sequence with Marilyn Manson singing "Sweet Dreams." just for the heck of it, because it's just, I never expected to hear that ever. But you can get at least a taste of what it looks like, and continue on. It actually surprised me, some of the things that they were able to show, how close they got to so many of these creatures. The detail. This is because it's so shot in like the last year or two, the last 2 years. It's the quality of the camera work is beyond anything we've seen before on Disney Plus. I joke that they have One crew go in there, spend 2 months and just filming everything, and then you just let everybody parcel out the shots so they can make 15 documentaries. That's not the case. These people did their work, so it's well done. Yeah, so I do recommend it. It's a different kind of documentary a little bit, but all right, let's pick tomorrow's episode. By the way, the 600th episode. Been doing this for 600 episodes, not counting the 0 day, which is the Mandalorian on pre-launch day. Technically, we've already done 600, but this is the official 600 episode. So let's pick that number.
479.
There you go, nice and loud. 479. Come on. Okay. I've seen this. When I search something in the S's, this comes up. This is going to be interesting. It's a series, and more than likely it's in Spanish. So we might be turning on the subtitles for this if it's not already on. It is Soy Luna. Soy Luna. That's what we're watching next. Watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes, see how it goes. I might get the point after 1 episode. But I think it's a teen soap, I'm guessing, about a girl named Luna, maybe? Soy Luna on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.